What up? Part two of the Ganesha. This is so this is what we're doing on the other side of the arm. So we're finishing up the geisha today, and then we're gonna put this on the opposite side. So I'm gonna be working on the elbow in this video. Be working on the elbow, then doing some color, pop the color. You can see right here. So how old is the tattoo?
A month old?
Yeah, so it's probably about a month old already. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. You can see what it looks like a month, kind of about a month old, like 3 weeks, maybe a little bit over. But the only part I gotta finish on it is the elbow part of it. And here she is, all healed up. She's a little dry. I just shaved right now. I just shaved them. I put a little bit of alcohol on it, so it's a little bit dry. Well, there you go. See, you can see it right there. But that little elbow area right there, that's what I gotta finish up today, and then go on the inside of the arm. We're gonna be in the inside of the arm. We're gonna add that warrior up in there. So yeah, that's how she healed up. She healed up really nice too. Really good. So here's where I'm at on the elbow. And then there's gonna be some color pops right here. So all this black that's around it, all the black that's around the color is gonna help pop out that color. It's gonna actually hold it a little bit solid, because you see this color here. All this black right here helps it with the contrast, but also because they're not really an outline on here, it's just gonna hold it and last over time. Start with a 15 curve mag right here. Turn it on. Probably about like right. Probably about right there. I'm probably like at a 7.5 volts right here. I think that's like the sweet spot for this machine. Alright, so this is hair right here, this area. A lot of people have trouble. I've noticed a lot of people ask me like how I do the hair, or I notice a lot of people have trouble with it. So when I try to think of it, it's kind of hard to explain for me. But I think of it as like dark hair, like black hair, whatever. I think of it like as a big black little area, and then as it blends out, I kind of use that corner of the mag. I blend it out like that. I just start using my corner, and I'll just blend. Just that little blend right there, if you guys notice it. A little loud today. I might switch it out. It's hitting just fine, it's just a little loud. It could be the membrane in there, it could be just like a little loose, whatever. It's hitting just fine now. And you can see that because I'm working on his elbow right now, you can see like I have it bent a certain way, so I have the armrest up here so that there's more bend, so that it stretches the skin for me. That's one thing you want to keep in mind when you're doing the elbows. It just make sure that skin is bent. So when we place the stencil though, when I place the stencil under, it was like at a relaxed state. But when I'm tattooing it, I'm bending the shit out of it. So that way it just makes the skin really tight. If I try to tattoo it when it's like at a rested state, like not bent, I might have so much trouble saturating. It's gonna be super difficult for me to get like accuracy. This is all the wrinkles, all the calluses in that area. I'm gonna switch out to a 5 round shader because I know there's like some little beads right here. I'm gonna add red into the beads. Getting around these little beads right here because I know that they're gonna be red. So I'm just kind of shading around them so that when I come back with my mag to blend out the hair, I don't have to bump up all the way to the edge. Just kind of anticipating that little corner. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my 15 curve mag now. And then now that I already went around these little circle areas, I'm just gonna kind of use my mag to feather out that hair, the corner of the mag. the whole time I'm doing this, the hair, I'm trying to think about, like, I'm looking at the reference and I'm trying to see the flow of the hair. Like, I don't want to just kind of, I don't want to go like in the opposite direction of the hair, because I feel like when I do that, it doesn't look as flowy, and you're not gonna get that dramatic like overlapping effect of the hair. And so I try to tend to keep the direction of the hair where it's going. And then, like, also what I'll do is I'll do my blacks first, my heavy saturation of blacks. And so, like, I did the heavy saturation of black there, and I'm gonna rinse out. And then I'm gonna go to like a 5-drop, make sure it picks with that ink in the reservoir. And so now I have 5-drop on here, and what I'm gonna do is just gonna blend out. And it'll look dark right now, but you gotta remember that your tones are always gonna heal lighter. I think it's like a 30%. To me, it looks like 30% lighter. You can see how that's like kind of already getting that swoosh, the Nike mark. And I'm utilizing the edge of that curve mag. And so utilize that a lot. And once you get, like, that's a good tool to have in your belt, is like that needle control, like learning how you can manipulate your needles to get a certain texture or to get a certain line. So just be kind of familiar with your needles, and you can make them do whatever you want, man. All right, so right here, it's solid black. So I'm gonna just kind of, I'll kind of bump up the edge with my mag. And then I'll just blend down right here like that. Now I'm trying to, when I'm pulling the skin, I'm staying away from the bone, or the point of the elbow, whatever that bone is right there. Like, I'm not working like straight directly on there. Okay, so now that I got like the bulk of the area, like the black shading there, so now I'll just come back and blend out so that I get to make it look like individual hair strands. You can see how it's already kind of looking like hair, like a bun or whatever, the bun she has her hair tied up in. All right, so now I'm gonna rinse out my tone, the black that I had on there, and I'm gonna go to a 5-drop. I'm still wanna, like, when I'm doing the hair, I still wanna leave like these little areas open, because that's where the shine of the light is. That's the shine on the hair where it's like the brightest, I guess. And I gotta think too, since it's on the elbow, I wanna leave it more contrasty. Like, when I say contrasty, I mean like the ratio of black to white, because it's on the elbow, so I don't want it to be super, like, you can't see the detail in there. My bad for the music in the background, guys, but we like to jam out over here, you know? Like, just get lost in the sauce. Just like to play music and just got, you know, get into the rhythm of the beats and stuff. Usually when I'm listening to music too, like, I don't really like, I zone out. I feel like I'm more like the beats playing in my head, and my hand kind of takes the rhythm of the beat. It's weird how that happens. And so I seen this video about like how frequencies kind of vibrate. Like, they had put a bunch of sand on like a lid, like a big drum or like a lid, and then they played like a crazy frequency, and it was all over the place, just going crazy. And then they did another, like a mellow frequency, like a nice beat going onto it, and it made the sand go like all beautiful, like a beautiful rhythm. So that's how I kind of think of it, you know, when we got music playing in the background. I know it sucks for you guys, but I feel like it's just for us. It's kind of like us in the shop. We kind of get into that rhythm.
Now, that pattern that forms is basically the sound made
Frequencies, man, frequencies. All right, so I switched to a 5-liner right now. What I'm gonna do with this is because this is a difficult area to work with right here to get the detail in there. So to make sure that I want it to last over time, I'm gonna use a 5-liner and do everything with the 5-liner. I'm gonna go and basically outline almost everything right here. Go back to it. All right, so I finished all the black in these areas, and like she's got like these red flowers here, and then like these kind of red little beads on her hair. So I'm gonna do like these 4 or 5 little beads, little leaf right there. So I'm gonna come back with a round shader, like a burgundy or like a red. I think it's called like red square or something like that. So normally when I do my color, I try to do like all my darker tones first, and then I'll, like right now I'm doing my, like this deep burgundy, and then I'll blend out to like my lighter red. And for sure I'm rinsing on these really good, on these colors. And I'm using my 5 round shader on this because I just want to get in these little detail, like these little detail areas. I could use my mag, but I wouldn't be able to be super detailed with it, or like specific areas. I'm just using like this round, like little circle motions to get up in there. As I'm getting closer to the edge, I'm like almost like lining it, but when I'm getting closer to the, like away from the edge, I'll use that little circle technique that I always use. And I'll show you right here. Little circles, little circles, little circles. Be easy with it, be easy with it. So normally I won't do that. Like I do like the black after I did some of that red, because I don't want to muddy up colors. But right here it's just a dark red anyways, so it's not gonna affect it at all. So here we are, we got the finished piece. I just went over the elbow area. Just a very, very small little piece right there. But yeah, that's a close-up view. Yeah, so that's the finished piece. Now we're gonna jump on the other side and we're gonna get the other piece started. All right, so we're on the next piece right here. So I'm just gonna measure it with like some marker, just trying to get like the center of his palm and the center of his bend of the elbow, I guess. And then I'm gonna see where the new tattoo's gonna fit best. There's the center. This is the center. But I'm gonna put it down to kind of see. See, no matter what, this is gonna go this way, but I kind of want it to be this way. And I'm just gonna get my, see where I want it to fall. So what I'm looking for right here now is he wants to stay above that bone right there, so I'm gonna kind of make sure that it lands right there. I might have to go up just a little bit. All right, so here's the piece we just stamped. What I'm looking for is that, like, is it lining up straight? You know, if it's not like standing this way or standing that way, because you know, even when he turns inward, like when he turns inward, it's gonna shift. So I'm just looking like when he pulls his arm out, if it's gonna look right. Yeah, see right there. And I kind of lined it up, you can see right here, just the center of the palm, and then kind of almost the center of the bicep, but just trying to get it, it's not going to be perfectly straight, but just as much as I can. And then we're just going to add that piece, and we just finished off the other side of the geisha right here. We got the elbow a little swollen already, a little swollen. Got another nipple right there, bro. No, the swelling will go down, give it a day or two. But yeah, we just finished her off. Cool. Alright, so we're just gonna, there's gonna be color and black. There's gonna be black and gray with pops of color. You know, you got pops of color here. I'll put it up on the screen, just up in that archway. But I'm gonna start with this 5 liner, block it in like I normally always do. Start from the bottom up, and then as I come into contact with some of these color areas, I'll go ahead and like rinse my needle and use the color on there when I'm blocking it in. Because I'm going to block it in with the liner, like in color too. Just basic blocking in. I talk about this a lot in other videos, especially in another geisha video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Check it out. Yeah, this is basically like all silhouette. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Basically just like all silhouette. Minor details here and there. I'll throw some minor details. So I'm gonna go ahead and block it in, the whole thing. I'll come back to you guys once I'm like blocking in some color up here. Because usually I don't want to muddy up the color, like I said earlier. So what I'll do is I'll block all this in, do all like a lot of heavy blacks, and then when I got a pretty good like area completed, then I'll come and do a little bit of color. Like we'll block in the colors, because my color is gonna be last on this piece. So I blocked in just a little portion of it. You can see like so these is where the color starts. But I'm gonna go ahead and do like a lot of heavy blacks that are in the piece. So this is all heavy black area. This is basically almost silhouette, and a lot of heavy blacks here. So I'm gonna go in with my 15 curve mag. Switch into a 5 round shader. And I'm using the round liner as a, or the round shader to get more texture. So because this is like rocks, like really dark rocks. So I'm just kind of going to, so that I'm not perfect with like every shade. I'm just trying not to be too solid. Going, giving it the impression that it has texture. I have a similar video too, like how I did like hair. But I'm kind of using that same technique here. In some areas I want it to be solid black, but I wanted to give it that texture. I did the majority of the black already on the samurai. And what we're gonna do now is, so I told you guys earlier I was gonna block in some of this color. So I'm gonna start with some of these darker areas on the edges, and then I'm just gonna work my way, like rinsing my needle and try to block in some of the color. And my whole goal, and this is what I'm doing this, is I'm trying not to muddy up the color. So right here I have a 5 round shader, and I'm just going through it, just kind of doing my little circle motions. And I'm just kind of blending it out as I'm picking up my needle when I'm going this way right here. And this is like foliage right here, or like leaves or whatever, you know? So I don't have to be too perfect with it. I just want to give it the impression like, oh, that's a vine with leaves on it, you know? And so I'm gonna get some of the black going like this. Oh, my bad. And I want this kind of like heavy, like this is my triple black that's on the needle. And I'm doing it like super dark because it's gonna be bumped up next to color, so I want that contrast to be really rich, really like exaggerated. Because I want that color to hold together, and you gotta have the contrast to have that. With color, in my opinion, you gotta have that contrast so that it holds over time. I'm gonna start doing some color videos too, because I have more people that's coming for color from me. I just haven't posted them because I didn't know if you guys would like that type of work. But hey, whatever, however you guys want to learn, let me know. Shit, I'll put it up. So I'm just trying to get the heavy blacks out of the way, really, and then I'll come back. I'm just gonna block in some of that color with like actually with my water. Alright, so I'm gonna rinse out real quick. I still have the 5 round shader on here, and I'm just gonna block it in. I'm not gonna like really saturate it or anything. So I'm gonna just hit it with my water. It's kind of like it's like almost like a red creamy color, but. No, this is just the water, the rinse water that I'm using. And it has like a little tone to it. Like right here. I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. So what I could do is do like all up to here with color, and then put like it's like that second skin or whatever. I could do that, like cover it, and it should work. But I'm not gonna do that right now. So my idea on this piece right here is that I'm gonna start from the darker tone. I'm gonna go black, and then I'm gonna go to that, mix my black with the burgundy, and I'm gonna slowly blend out, and then I'll have like that highlight right here of like orange, and then back to like another deep burgundy, so that it pops out like it looks like layer over layer. All right, I'm gonna rinse my needle. I'm gonna rinse it really good, and I'm gonna go into this burgundy and then like red. I'm gonna kind of mix them together because I know like this is I normally don't do this for color, but because it's black and gray, that's why I'm doing this. So just to just to preserve the quality of the color. And all I'm doing is just getting the shape. Just getting the shape of it. I'm not trying to saturate it or nothing. I'm just trying to get in there, get out. So I'm gonna rinse out my needle, then I'm gonna start straightening all this this gray right here. And I'm gonna actually throw a 23 curve mag on there from Tatto. So now that I got that blocked in, I don't have to worry about the stencil removing or anything like that. Like it's just worry about like blending this side and then coming back. Like when I'm almost about done, I'll come back with my colors. Alright, so I'm dipping in a 10 drop right here. Alright, so I kind of did the majority of all the black and like some of the grays over here. But I'm gonna come back and do some of the gray back here. There's like a little tree back here, some trees, and then I'm gonna switch up to the color and start blending color. Let's get up on some color. Get up on that color. Got a 11 curve mag here. Stuff from the Tattles. So first I'm gonna dip in some black. Then I'm gonna dip in my like burgundy color. Called Oleg Blood Red. I'm gonna go mix the black and the red together, that dark red. Kind of mix it, get like a deeper, like kind of almost like a deeper red. Because I want to transition this black here to eventually go lighter. Like I said, I'm gonna focus like on just like this area. Like I'm gonna stop right there, but I'm gonna focus on this area. That way I could like I'll cover it right here with napkins or maybe like that second skin or whatever it is, a derma shield, and then that way I can kind of continue to work up here. So I don't have to worry about like, oh, if I'm muddying the color. But before I go too far, I'm gonna put some grays up in this little area. Now, so I don't muddy up the color down here, I'm gonna put a lot of ointment right here. I'm just gonna be very careful when I'm doing that there. That's a 5 round shaver. Just give me these little corners. I got most of the blacks, the reds, the dark reds in this little area. I'm gonna start using the lighter tones now around it. And then I'm gonna wrap it up with like a second skin so that I can kind of work up here so I don't muddy all this color up. And I just been doing all this with like the round shade, like a 5 round shader, and just to give it that textured look. It's a 5 round shader from Cheyenne. Nothing too crazy, just kind of, I see some areas I want to hit up real quick. And just to give it that texture look. It's looking so good so far. So I got like a red, but I mixed it with like a light yellow that I have out here. Or it's like a orange, it's like a light, like a yellow orange. I just mix it together, and it makes like that bright orange. Like I said earlier, I'm not looking for accuracy on color. I'm looking for value of the color, like how dark it is. I'm gonna rinse out now. I'm gonna go with like that straight like it's like an orangish yellow. I forgot what it's called. It's Mandarin yellow. The label's like kind of messed up, but I'm gonna make sure it gets a lot of it in there. And I'm just gonna do like these highlighted areas right here. What that yellow orange is gonna do is gonna put it like glow. It's gonna make it look bright. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit of creativity. Rinse out one of my needles. Make sure I have white up on there, but it's like almost like a salmon color in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add red to white, some of that burgundy in there because I wanna have it not so bright. And then I'm gonna dip in that yellowish orange color. Mix them all together. A little bit of more orange in there. And that's kind of the color I want. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like a salmon. And as I'm going over the gray, I'm just going faster so that the pigment kind of mixes on top of the gray. So how it's looking, I'm gonna use a little bit of water. I'm just gonna go kind of fast right here because I want it to I want that color to be there, but then I'm gonna go over it real quick. I'm gonna go over it with another color so that there's like a smooth transition of colors. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to that yellowish color that I have right here. Yellow, orange yellow. I'm gonna actually hit it with some white. rinse out. Clean it up, see what it's looking like. And I got some canary yellow out, but I'm gonna mix it with white. Some canary yellow. A little bit more white. Oh, I see that. Out just so the ink doesn't get like hard or whatever, or kinky on there. Come back to my 5 round shader. I'm gonna rinse this out real good. Rinse it out really good. Five line, I'm dipping to my that salmon color I made up in here, and then I'm gonna dip it into that yellow color. And I'm just gonna get these kind of little edges. Getting all these little edges that the big mag can't get into. That way I get a nice clean separation here. And these are world famous colors. They're the world famous brand. And the pastel colors, like the ones that have like the white in it, for me they're like the easiest colors to work with. Like they go in super smooth in the skin. I don't really have problems with them healing. It's like some of the browns. The browns are like you're always gonna have like a little bit of trouble healing for some reason. I don't know what it is with them colors, man, but I always have a little bit of trouble with them. All right, so now that I got like that color in there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a layer of second skin or Derma Shield over it. I'll put a layer of Derma Shield just over this area, so that when I'm working up here, I'm not like muddying up this color. But that's what it's looking like so far. You know, a lot of round shader I use here just to get the texture. Alright, so I put the Derma Shield on there. It's just like a sticker, like a clear little sticker that protects the skin. But I'm using it as you're supposed to use that for healing, but I'm using it so that I don't damage, or so that I don't muddy up this color that I put in the back right here. So by the time we're done, I'll just pull it off and then I'll get a good picture of it. So it'll also help the color to settle too, like to bleed out and stuff like that. So now I'm gonna focus up on here. I'm just kind of doing like the black shading right here. And then we might stop like this, finish this area off a little bit, and then we might come back to this. I'll have to re-stamp it again. But I have the stencil right there, so ain't no big deal. I'm back to a 23 curve mag. And a half cup there. I'm not gonna go too far up in this area because he's still thinking about what he wants to do right here. So I don't want to go too far up and then get in the way of something that could eventually come this way. Alright, so I switched to my switch it to a 5 round shader. I'm gonna get that texture of the leaves right here. You can see how that kind of protects the skin or the ink that I did right there. And then I'm wiping this way because I don't want to pull the barrier off. So this burgundy, straight burgundy on there. Just wanted to get texture in there. I'm not gonna rinse, I'm just gonna dip in the bright red again. And I'm not going over every little area with it. I'm kind of leaving some empty spaces so that I can go back, and then empty spaces, I'm gonna put a different color in there. I'm gonna put a lighter value in there. So that way you get that kind of glow feel. Okay, now I'm going with that bright orange kind of color on the edges. Make sure I get a good rinse out my needle on. And it turns out I'm gonna add some that yellow highlight, that orangish yellow highlight. And I think that'll be it for the day. And then we'll come back and do this area here next time. So I'm gonna stop right there for the day. I'm gonna show you guys how I pull off this. Just kind of pull it slowly, 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 slowly. My bad. Yeah, it's the only problem with this stuff that I think it hurts when you pull it off, but it protects really good, especially if you're like a construction worker and stuff like that. Really helps out. Alright, so I'm gonna green soap it out. You guys can see. That's as far as we got today. We just got this little area up here, but nothing major. But when we come back, we'll do that, and I'll probably see if this needs touch-ups. And then if you want to start the piece up in here, I'll get a good video of how it went. And here's how far we got. We still got this little area up top right here, but I have the stencil, so we're gonna got a couple things to do. But other than that, it's pretty much done. I might go back, add some white in there, add some white up in the hat, just like a glow around him. It'll make him pop out as well. Got that going on, but that's how it looks so far. Turn it for me, and then I should finish her off. So we finish her off. like the hair and the elbow. It's a little swollen, but it'll go down. But once I come back up in the, like the back area right here, I'll probably blend this out a little bit better. Right here. Yeah, that's her, the geisha, and the inside. This one's looking pretty good. Alright, so here it is, people. So we got the outer sleeve all finished. We did this one a while back. We did this one like a month ago right here. And then here's the inner part that we were working on. And we only did that little piece up here. Kind of finished that off for today. But yeah, take a look, man. It's super detailed. The bottom piece, the samurai's already healed. Let's see if I could, there you go. So this piece is already healed. This is probably about 3 weeks old. And then, you know, it's colored, so it's a little bit more saturated. So it's still a little bit shiny, but it's pretty much completely healed. So that's that part right there. And then we're working in the inside, but I didn't get a video of that one. We'll do a video of that later when I come back on round 2. But here it is. Let me take a look. Okay, give me what's the inside for me. There's the whole outer sleeve. Okay, go back a little bit. Perfect. Cool. Let me know what you think.